So I just finished my group coaching call with my clients in Unconventional. And after our call, one of my clients made me this cutie little meme with a quote from our session today. And so I thought it was adorable. I wanted to share it with you, and I wanted to share the context of how this came up in my somatic business coaching container. So one of my clients came to the call feeling, in her own words, salty about some feedback she had from employees about suggestions of how to improve their way of doing business that were just like incorrect suggestions and or things she had already tried. So there's a delicate balance with taking feedback and deciding to receive feedback at all, or let it even be like a vote in your non-democratic business at all. And this could be feedback from employees, this could be feedback from clients, this could be feedback from friends who have suggestions of how you should run your business or different decisions you can make. And the problem with feedback is it can affect us emotionally. People that make suggestions that don't apply to us, that don't actually make sense or imply that we're not doing something correctly, can obviously have like an emotional effect on who you are. And that's valid across the board. It doesn't matter where you're at in your business, like that's valid. So step one with feedback is holding space for any feelings you have around feeling shitty or salty or unseen, or someone being so dismissive and suggesting something you should just change in your business as if you hadn't already thought of that before. The second thing to think about when someone gives you feedback is who is giving you feedback. Employees are not CEOs. And to take suggestions from employees when they may not be able to understand the bird's eye view that you have in your business, that of course they don't have the bird's eye view and they're not making decisions in the way that you, the CEO, needs to make. And this also goes for clients. Like there are decisions that you're making in your business, structures and systems that you have set up intentionally to create containers and alleviate problems before they can even exist, and to protect the integrity of your container, and also to keep everyone safe and to keep you safe and to keep your business running. So in our call, we were unpacking how to validate, feeling the feelings that come with getting feedback that just kind of feels like a punch in the gut. And also, it's like when you do so much work in the unseen and someone doesn't see it because it's not their job to see it, you can just feel unseen. And that's like a normal emotion. You're allowed to feel that. And so I was giving an example of why I stopped asking for feedback after the retreats that I lead. So when I first started leading retreats, I would get this feedback at the actual event and in the weeks following, like, oh my gosh, you changed my life. Like I healed this. I came home. I made all these big changes. I got a divorce. I had a baby. All thanks to you. And then I would send out the little form, like, tell us what you think. What could we have done better? Whatever. So I would get at first in person, like all this amazing feedback of why my retreat was life-changing. And then I would get the form back of what my feedback was for the retreat. And it would be like, you didn't chill the wine enough. Which for someone who puts their heart and soul into something, can feel a little dismissive if you're not in the right headspace to receive feedback in that way, which is valid. And you can also, when you have enough distance from it, you're able to see that and not take it on. But sometimes we take it on. It's natural. So what I had said in response to this in context of the coaching call was I was like, I can't know to chill wine because I don't even drink chilled wine. And I'm feral. And that's just not one of my strengths. One of my strengths is not table setting and making sure the wine is nice. I am a somatic-based facilitator, and I will rock your world in person somatic experiences so that you can take what you learn, go home, and change your life. Does that mean I could outsource someone who would know to chill the wine? Yeah, probably. Do I think that that should be like a central focus for what I should be expending my time and energy on as a priority of building the container that I'm building? No, I don't. And it also aligns with the kind of retreat participant that are into my retreats. It's usually not someone who's really anal about certain things like chilling the wine or what the table setting is. And that's okay. That's not what I'm here to do. So I wanted to share the quote because I thought it was fucking hilarious and give you a little insight into our coaching calls. And also to remind you that you are allowed to be stung by feedback. And it's also really important to remember when you're assessing whether you should take that feedback into account and actually make a change, is to identify where that feedback is coming from, what their understanding is of who you are, what your business is, what your goals are, and if there's someone that's farther along than you. You make decisions, hard decisions, all day long as a business owner, and a lot of that can go unseen and underappreciated. So just dropping by to validate and invite you to hold space for that, and just calibrating and double checking who it is that you're receiving feedback from and if that feedback is welcome in the first place. And also, you don't have to be someone who remembers to chill wine in order to be a successful retreat leader that changes people's lives. That's a different job.